Again, we found this property here. It's got this old rundown house, which is probably not salvageable, but it's got 21 acres with it. And just take a walk up this road here. You can see somebody's been to the front door. Hasn't been lived in many years. Typical old Maine house, cedar shingles, porch fell off. But like I said, I don't think there's no value really in the house itself. At least I don't think so anyway. But this property here goes up quite a ways. It's pretty isolated. It's super, super quiet here. But pretty neat. Somebody bush hogged this. And it looks like possibly maybe an old logging road. It's 21 acres, so if it's 21 acres off of the road, theoretically it could go back almost a mile into the woods. We don't know the dimensions or the lines. Those old apple trees there. But this, you can see there's gravel here. It was brought in. Might get a little out of breath because this does go uphill. There is a neighbor to the south side here, a couple acres over, but it's super quiet. This road, it is a paved road, which we didn't want, but it doesn't have much traffic at all. And I mean, if you can get back into the woods, you don't have to worry about that anyway. What we would do is, you walked up past the house, we would put a gate. And like I said, put a camp back here. As you can see, this was all built up at one point. That looks like kind of wetlands there. Very nice, very private. Like I said, 21 acres is a good amount of property. I think we're outside the town of Linnaeus here, or Linnaeus, I believe it is. We're about 15 miles south of Holton, Maine. Yeah, see, there's a culvert. Somebody's put something in here at some point. See all these rocks? All that was added and built up. So I'm wondering if this was logged at one point. That's my assumption, that it was logged, and then many years ago, because you can see the growth on these trees. Everything's got to be 15-20 years at least by looking. Definitely you see a lot of fern, so there is some wet stuff. Now they stopped bush hogging right here, but the road, just because this tree fell, the road keeps going. See, it's not bush hogged here, but it's still, you can still make out what the road is. I mean, very easy to clear this and open it up, because you can see it's got height. You have to come along with a chainsaw, of course.
Early morning tree trimming.
And then bush hog all this. But that would be quite easy. And up here around the corner, yes, I'd already walked this first thing when we got here. The puppies, when Denise and I walked it. I just wanted to show you all, because this has been quite an adventure for us trying to find an off-grid piece of property. And you know, we've looked at numerous. Some of them I picked up the cameras, most of them I haven't, because they just kind of drive-bys. But you can see this opens up here. I mean, great sunshine and everything. Great, you know, for solar up here. Now this is what makes me think it was logged, because I see all that stuff laying there. If you see reeds, you know it's wetlands. But obviously stuff had been cut. There are grasshoppers everywhere. It's about 63 or 64 degrees today. It was 39 this morning. Quite chilly, but very nice and refreshing. Supposed to get up to 68, I think, up here today, but fall is definitely in the air. Last weekend in, or last couple days in August we're at. And then the property up here comes to a Y. And if you go to the right, it kind of dead ends. And if you go to the left, it keeps going. And like I said, I don't know how far this property goes. But this would be a perfect place, perfect clearing. Clear out the edges here, bring in a little more gravel. This would be a perfect place for a campsite right here. You got some shade during the summer. You know, position it right so your solar panels. This gets wet back in here, I believe. Of course, I don't know what the mosquito population would be like when it's wet, but I would build this up here, park a camper here for now, and then possibly build a camp, a small cabin at some point. But great area for sunlight, for solar. Also, according to the listing, there is a well on site, an old well. So if there's an old well, I'm sure I could get water out of it somehow. And that's the big thing. Septic, you could do a storage tank, but we'd probably just do a composting toilet and do some solar. And like I said, it would just be a camp anyway. So looks like there's a lot of I don't know if they're blackberries or what in there, but like I said, this was all built up. So it is a little marshy, and like I said, I don't know about buggies. So all right, well, we're gonna call the realtor on this one. This is the first one we've actually looked at and thought about possibly. We don't know what the situation is. One site that we read said pending. On the lister's site, it doesn't say anything about pending. So the history says it's been on and off the market like 3 or 4 times in the past 6 months. So, you know, are people trying to get a mortgage for this? Which you'd never get a mortgage for this. I don't think a lender would give you a mortgage for this. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna head back to the truck, do a little more research, check out a few things, and if I can get closer to the house, I'll show you. All right, we're back at the house. I'm gonna try to get a peek inside if we can. Let's see if we can get over here without getting killed. That might be an issue. Oh yeah. Yep, we're standing on the roof. Can't really see in there. A little bit. Can't really see much, but old balloon framing. Typical for a house of this age. See if we can get back out of here. Let's see here. See if I can get down here without breaking my neck, because we are like an hour away from the hospital here. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Look at that. They all stuck to me. I forget what they're called, but oh yeah. Nice. Sticky balls. Not like sticky balls. Oh, we got them on our butt too. Okay. Alright, I guess we're not going to try to venture over there. Well, yeah. Alright. We're going to call this and do a little more research. Pick you up when we know something.